I don't know. I just love watching this guy, Alec Akel Stokes. You know, love the guy to death. Now he's going to show you a setup here to go short the euro dollar, and nothing wrong with the trade so much as I'm just wondering why all the extra toolage. And he does comment about in a video after this how, I don't know if he's talking to me, but he's talking to people that don't like their channel and their trading and all this stuff. And some guy said, hey, there's, you guys are doing it all wrong. Well, no, they're not all it's not all wrong. It's just they're leaving out so many key elements. And the other video that they did, the one that they, the video that they did after this one, they say, oh, you got to back test it and stuff like that. Well, back testing does not work. The reason why back testing doesn't work, it doesn't take into account position sizing and money management. And if you're trading a one lot system or one position system, one ticket positions, wow, it's pretty hard to make money. And you're back testing, of course, even, I mean, I don't know what they're talking about when they say backtesting a system, like a moving average crossover system or something like that. But here, this, and I'm just going to take you through this trade here. I'm going to show you a real shortcut way to save yourself a lot of Fibonacci punishment, psychological punishment, and a lot of punishment. Now listen to this. He's going.
And then we start looking for reasons for a higher entry. How can I get involved? How can I get involved up here? Again, this is all process stuff. This is all mindset stuff, guys. All right.
Okay, it's process.
Enter now, so we don't need to wait.
It's process and mindset stuff. Now he's looking for a place to get short. Nothing wrong with that. He could also be looking for a place to get long. It doesn't matter.
Waste energy on trying to figure out how to enter now. We've got to wait for a higher level so we can start predicting that higher level. Now, let's see how can we do that. If I take some hard.
Okay, I'm going to fast forward through how we can do that. And when you see how far he takes this, and he ends up with the same number approximately that I would structurally.
The best opportunity, not just the only opportunity, waiting for the best opportunity.
You're going to hear this guy talk about, he's still trying to find the right price level to short this thing.
But there is a fib in there. If you were to put in a 70.
Now it's taking him 5 minutes to do this.
Should be a 127 from this.
So he ends up with an entry. Look, he's still finagling this. Now he's still going to put in. Now he's got to put this on top, right? And to me, psychologically, why would you throw all this stuff on top? The fibs, the Gartley, the blah blah blahs, the swing low, the swing high. Why would you throw that on there? Because you're afraid. You're afraid, or you've got a tool bag and you need to use it, right? We show up to work on a car, and you've got a metric system and you've got a American system of calibrated, socket wrenches. Do you file down the sockets to fit your metric, your Fibonacci? Do you try to do you spend all that energy and time? In the end, trading is, if you're in a trend, right, and the market's churning along slowly, and there's a target coming. I just went to lunch the other day. I knew the target was coming. I said, I can't watch this drama. So I just pulled off all my winners. I went to lunch, came back. I saw they tagged and bagged the target, ripped it back. It was also a place to reverse. So the way to really clean up on trading is to not only identify the turning point, but to turn at the turning point. So to be an unbiased trader and trade both directions. Okay.
And that's going to be looking at X to A to B, B to C.
I guess I didn't have him turned up.
I got to bring on my fib.
See, he's got to have a fib, and it's not about the trade for him. It's about the fib.
What the heck did I do?
He wants to get confirmation. Not on the trade, on these fibs. See, now he's trying to fit this Gartley in. And I just think this is a complete waste of time. You could spend better time placing small orders. Instead of one order, how about a bunch of small orders and take advantage?
That pattern completion up here.
See, now he's got to get
So,
this whole
two different
thing
opportunities
dialed in.
for two different traders. If you're more of a CTS type trader, a structured trader, you've got your first chance up here, I would say in this zone between 111 flat and 110.89. This is going to be your initial.
Okay, I can save everybody, whoever watches this, all like 30 people, to show you just what a mind game. Of course, you never discussed the RSI at the bottom of the screen ever again. Still haven't gotten in that. But look at this thing here. This is, if you just had you can still set up your charts. The guy asked me for this bar indicator, which really, it's out there in the internet somewhere. There's different versions of it. All it is the black is a 4-hour range. Now here what I've done, at the point on the chart that he is looking to get short, he's right about here. Just get back to this 4-hour. Now what I put up here, it's better than Fibonacci. It kicks Fibonacci's ass all day long, and it's called the 50 pip grid. This is the 50-yard line. This is the end zone. So it's 100 pips from here to here. So you can calibrate really quickly how many trades you can put in here. If you're putting in drops, or you're putting in hand-placed orders, or you're just setting up an array. It's about an array of trading. It's not about, oh, I picked that perfect thing, man. I got that one trade. Yeah, you know what? You gotta still. Monday's coming. Next week's coming. What are you gonna do for that? You can't back test. What he's doing, I guess I'm assuming back test is the classic thing of breaking out strategy tester, throwing a strategy in and saying, go, look at data, go. Okay, not going to work because market is so dynamic and so subtle. It's just constantly in a different dynamic. You cannot throw, because the spike's going to wash out your data. This spike here, if you were short, if you were long or short, whatever, that's going to crush the thing. If you wrote something designed to take advantage of a move like this, great. What do you do with this? And you're not going to be, strategy tester's not going to let you run multiple stop things. The only thing that would save you is hand-placed orders, whereas as the market's moving, logically, you're going to trade around the market. Now, another thing is, notice the bounce off the even numbers. Here is a bounce off of it, not too big, but look at this, and look at how they drive that right down to here. So you could have a buy limit sitting here without all that Gartley crap. And it really is pure garbage. Let's face it, it's psychologically there because you feel like I've got something very special here. These aren't just patterns, people. These are advanced patterns. Well, how about advanced order diversification in orders? It's one thing to have a strategy, like we're going to invade a country, we're going to come around the backside, they don't see us. Okay, that's a strategy. But it's how you execute that thing, and how many layers, and how many backup plans, and how many this, and how many that. That's the devil in the details. You really don't hear. There's no speak of scaling into a position here. In the next video that he does, I'm gonna blast apart his whole entry thing there. Right now, and this is just fodder. This is just so easy because it's like taking candy from a baby. And you can call me a hater all day long, but anybody that's watching this cannot tell me that I could save you all the Fibonacci on the planet. And I have another broker here that trades the 4-hour chart. That's a complete. There's 4-hour charts out there, just in case you're wondering. And if you really want to trade the 4-hour chart, which is what he's doing, his candles are going to look different on a different broker because they live in different time zones. So if you really are going to trade the 4-hour chart, you should have 4. If you're a serious trader, only serious need apply. This low here is a big deal. What is wrong with me just placing a sell limit here? or anywhere. The other broker has a slightly different take on that structure level because they had a different closing. They actually went flat here on the other broker. We had a double doji here. But what the hell's wrong if you're going to go short? And another thing, if you're gonna trade this thing in the real world, if you're going to trade a 50K, right? You can trade a $50,000 of currency. Why wouldn't you just put in? Is this really hard? And of course, better than break even. He's talking about break even orders. I can't even believe it. Really? That's how you get killed. A break even order. You're saying that I'm so right about this trade. You know what? Nah, I'm gonna break even. Not good. Not good at all, because better to get stopped out with too tight a stop with a 3-to-1 ratio or a double your money ratio, because you're gonna be right about this trade. What do you break even is just absolutely a setup for failure. It makes no sense. It's like moving your stops to break even. This break even stuff, I'm sorry, the markets are too volatile for that kind of thing. So what if I put a sell limit just beyond this, because I figure, well, this is where they're going to trap the bulls. I have a sell limit here, I have a sell limit here, sell, 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 all the way to here, right? I take a whole area like this and I donate to just placing orders. Instead of sitting there with your Fibonacci and your Gartleys and all this thing, sure, you can project, oh, we're going to ride up into here. Okay, well, we'll come, but why not spend the time and put a bunch of orders here with tight stops and then take profits that, okay, so it looks like this. And it really looks like when you're like this, you can't even see, it looks like one order, but it's like this. Sell, 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 and no break evens. You're looking to, your stop is here. I guess my magic marker's too fat. Huh? I guess I'm anger marking. Okay, you're selling here, and you've got to stop here. You're selling here, you got to stop here. You're selling here, you got to stop here, but your take profits are like this, like this, like this, like this. Or, like the other video he just did, which is so silly. How you get into these trades is as important as if you even get into these trades. So as this thing's marching up, and this is the 4 hour, so you got plenty of, I guess we're not going to need this one click since the market's not open. But if you drill down into the subtlety of what's going on here, you can see tops become bottoms. And this is what this tried and true method is that a bottom becomes a top. And if it doesn't, oh, well, you get stopped out. I'm sure you've gotten stopped out. Top becomes a bottom. A little failure there. But this is why you don't want precise. Oh, I've got the Fibonacci tool and I put my stop right. Oof, stopped out. You missed out on this ride. You can't do it like that. You're going to get stopped out of stuff. And because if you are running 10 orders to get in long a 10K here, but you get picked up on 7K and you ride it to here, and some of it gets out right here, and some of your exits have to be right here, and it's just like, trading's work. You don't open a store like Alec Akel Stokes and sell. Well, maybe you do open a store like him, and you have 3 cars on the showroom floor, and they all cost about 80 grand. Okay, what happens when grandma comes in and she wants to buy a car to get across town because she's retired? Sorry, you have to go to the next dealership. Well, if trading is inventory, and trading is nothing more than inventory, it's just, and it's also liquidity. Like, if you can't seem to get any buyers for the Eurodollar, it goes on sale. And it doesn't go on sale slowly. It goes on sale overnight. Or in the old days, we used to go to a store named Kresge, and they would have blue light specials. And in the middle of nowhere, all of a sudden they bring out this cart with a blue light police flasher on it. It was this rickety cart because it's like homemade. I think one of the managers built this thing. I don't know if corporate was in on that, and maybe it was a hazard, like somebody could get hurt. They or somebody would lick their fingers and stick it in the battery that was running the thing. But this thing would spin around, and there'd either be stuff by the cart. Blue Light Specials like, come and get it. I don't think they do that anymore. Everything's all being counted out in a computer algorithm, like to get the maximum. Like, this is what it's going for. Of course, they got the focus groups and all that nonsense, but in the trading thing, you can the rules that you just apply to normal stuff just don't really exist in this trading world. Yeah, this is a big deal, this top, and that does become the bottom there. But also, you have this, so you ramrod down. Well, if you just started buying blindly, and in this other video, I'll show you how you could just keep buying here. Buy, because it really is about how big you're in, how tight your stop is. And when you buy this last thing, because this is only a 4-hour smash down, you buy this last thing, you make it all back and then some. These guys make money to here. These guys make money to here. You say, oh yeah, you bought that whole thing, you must have got killed. No, not really, because you have tight stops in there. Another thing is, when the market quiets down, in the other video he says, oh well, how do you get in? Well, if you're waiting for small bars to get in, you're not getting too killed. These are breakout trades. And here you cannot trade breakout style, but you could trade the pullback style. And you don't see it on this broker, but the other broker, you see a beautiful pullback to this high here. It pulls in deeper there. And it's up and up and up. But what happened here? Wow. Well, if you were selling this bottom, and this is without any Fibonacci stuff, if you sold here and you were willing to sell all the way to here with a stop, sell, yeah, you made money on the way back there. And hopefully you sold this internal top here that cross correlates into that, right? Or futuristically. This is a big deal, this price. If you carry that forward, you notice the revisit of that price. And the same thing here, just to look back real quick on the this whole thing. Now, I wouldn't go zoom out more than, I'm going to zoom out about as hard as I ever zoom out on these things. And the same thing was here. This low became that high. It's really on the 1 hour. You can see it. But these are momentary trades here. In other words, look at this this failure swing here. How did that work out? Having a sell limit right here. Wow. And this doji taken across to here. And this is the trade on the 1 hour that was pretty amazing. The rally up into here. And there was even a rally up into here that failed and came back. But look at this rally. Where's the most amount of money on this thing? Is the reversals, and then when it walks down like this, it's really about the ratios. I mean, yeah, you can put a and of course, what are we gonna do Sunday? Well, we're gonna buy here at the 50-yard line. Why? Because it's 50 pips. Why buy here? Because it's 100 pips. Why buy here? Because it's 100. Why sell here? Because it's 50. 50 pips on that winner. That's how stupid trading is. I have a sell limit at the 50. Now, is there a Gartley inside of the 8-minute chart on there? Maybe. But why would you torture yourself with laying out all this Fib Gartley stuff when in the end, look at the work he's got into this. He's editing, he's got colors. Is this to soothe his psychology?
Official kill zone? Official kill zone?
Kill zone. I mean, this is because Stapleton's a military guy, and he's picked up all the bad habits from Stapleton.
And if you're a bat pattern trader, you're looking at a move right here for an aggressive entry at 111.20.
Well, we never made that price, but Oh well, yeah. Call me a hater. I'm just trying to educate people that you do not need. Um, you don't need all this stuff. Okay, this is the only thing he has of any use is his ratio window and break even trading. Don't even try it, man. It's stupid. That says, oh, I just want to trade. I want to be on this trade and break even. Okay, it's not break even. If your ratio, you have to put in there the spread, the slippage, the commissions. And it's also presupposing you're going to get the fill you want. And it's just, it's ridiculous. Break even trading is complete lose, lose, lose. I mean, if you're going to trade once a year, one trade a year, one position, okay, well, you're probably not even a day trader. Let's face it, you're not a day trader, but I just I don't get this stuff. And how these guys, it's $35 to be in some of these, $35 a month. Hell, in 2 months, you could have $70, right? And you could open a micro account. You could just learn you could scalp, you could build your micro account up to like $300, and you learn how to trade, learn how you trade, and learn that what he's saying is complete garbage, is utter nonsense. You can break out a fib tool on a 5-minute chart while the market's screaming. Come on, don't be ridiculous.